What's up, guys? We're live. It's Friday again. We'll just be waiting for some people to come in, and in the meantime, I'm going to schedule the post in ManyChat. There you go. Perfect. This is all working. Fortunately, there's no clean way to do this. Okay. Welcome. First of all, happy Friday. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the 4 pillars of the terms of services, the messenger terms of services. I know I've been talking about this before in a previous chat where we talked about how to stay out of Facebook jail, but now I actually want to dive into the 4 most important elements that make the total terms of services. And what we did, we created a cheat sheet. We created 4 infographics that highlight the different elements to help you get your head around it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use this presentation to walk you through, to help you understand what it is, to answer any questions. And what we're going to do as well, we're going to submit the 𝗁𝗂𝗴𝗴𝗏 page live for subscription messaging. I know there has been I don't know, some hassle around it, people not understanding it. I'm not able to get it done. I did it yesterday for another page, took probably 12 hours or so, and it was approved. So I prepped it, and I just want to show you how that works, how it's done. But before we get started, still bots and beards. What's up, you, all the way from Australia? I've got this one. I've got a Dutch brewski, and I've been looking forward to this all day. So I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna say, cheers to your success. Sorry, Facebook, I'm not sure if this is actually allowed, but we're doing it anyway. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to switch my screens here. I'm going to pop in the presentation I made. Guys, just want to double check. Can you hear me? Can you see my? Thank you, Dion. Can you hear me? Just want to double check. If you can hear me loud and clear, if it all makes sense, if you can see my screen, just drop a comment and let me know. Dion, you got some people here, which is pretty cool. So I want to make sure you can hear me, guys. Yep, okay, that's confirmative. So I'm going to switch over now to the screen. There we go. So the 4 pillars of the messenger platform policy and the 4 cheat sheets. So this is what I want to talk about. This is what I want to talk you through. Again, guys, I'm just double checking here if everything's still working. I guess so, it's working. Nice. So, and the 4 cheat sheets. It's like the big bad wolf and the 4 cheat sheets. And these 4 cheat sheets we made for you, and they will be available for you to download. And if you cannot wait, this is where you can get them. So if it's probably somewhere close to midnight in Australia and you want to go to bed, just comment TOS in the post on our page, and the bot will send you the files. If the comment growth tool does not work for some reason, it is a glitchy motherfucker, then you can go to this link, and the bot will send you those cheat sheets. That said, we're going to keep it up here for a second. What we're going to talk about? Well, I want to talk about those 4 pillars. Those pillars are subscription messaging, the 3 different messaging types, conversation entry points, and the good old 24-hour messaging window. Just let me know if you have any questions, guys, or if all's good. All right, I guess it's working. I see Russell already in the bot. You can wait here, Russell. All good, man. So the different subscription messagings, the different elements, the 4 pillars are these, what you can see on your screen now. Subscription messaging, conversation entry points, and 24-hour plus 1 24-hour window. I will say this more often, read the fucking manual. I'm not Yoda. I will never be maybe one day, whatever, but that's a different discussion. Read the fucking manual, you must. And Facebook, the line beneath there is actually copied and swiped from Facebook. Read this to understand and ensure your compliance with the messaging policies for the Messenger platform. It's not that difficult. Again, guys, the link there below, bit.ly/messenger_terms of services, will get you to the actual page where you can find all the information that I'm going to share with you today as well. All the info shared in this webinar, it's all publicly available information. It's all in the Messenger terms of service, and I understand that they might be confusing at times, but again, guys, just read that manual. So pillar number 1, subscription messaging. Subscription messaging is an odd one. Subscription messaging is, well, what it says, you are allowed to send messages to people based on a specific subscription. But on the other hand, subscribe to your bot and get those subscriptions. It's not that you can check a box or something in the bot that says, yeah, I want subscription messaging. This will probably change in the near future. And that is, let me go back down. Let me go here. So subscription messaging, what is it? Subscription messaging is only allowed for specific use cases. And what you see here on the screen, this is one of the cheat sheets, which will be available to you now or after the webinar. We'll get this to you, don't worry about that. So the eligible use cases are for news, productivity, and personal trackers. I'm not going to go into the actual examples, you can see them on the screen, but the most important thing you need to know, you need to understand, is that Facebook from, I think it's the 1st of December, the 31st of December, you need to get your page eligible for subscription messaging. So you need to get your page approved for subscription messaging. And this is something that needs to be done before the end of the year. And it's not super difficult to get done, but it's something you need to do. And we'll walk through that in a little bit. So you need permission to send those subscription messages in the near future. Facebook is still playing nice, and they still don't ban you immediately if you send a broadcast to all your to your full list and outside the 24-hour+1 window. So that said, get your page approved as soon as possible and get your head around subscription messaging and start changing the way you look at Messenger and how you use it, because it's not a sales channel. You can use it to warm up your audiences, to talk to your audiences, to send them messages, whether it's promotional messages, subscription messages, I don't care, but use it as a conversational tool. That said, how to submit your page for the review. So before anything else, guys, if there's just one thing you want to do today, is go to your Facebook page. Go to the page settings. As soon as you open up the page settings, you can click the Messenger platform on the left sidebar. As soon as you click there, you can scroll all the way down on the new page that opens, and that is where you can submit your request for page approval. It's a super simple flow, but important, and please do it. How about we do it live? How about we do it right now, right here, just in front of the whole world watching? We got at least 4 people watching here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to bring up a new screen. Let me go here. There it is. It's going. There it is. I just need to pop this up on the screen. In 1 sec, it's coming. There it is. Okay, here it is. Sorry for the delay, guys. So as you can see here on my screen, this is the actual setup. You need to, this is the actual setup, this actual request subscription messaging page on Facebook. I prepared this, and it's been here for the majority of the day. But I just want to drink a lot of this. Like, yeah, Jason, dude, we need some beers. With spots and beers, man. Okay, that's it. I prepared this, and I just want to show you how easy it is. One thing I want to say: don't try to game the system. Guys, if you've been following me for a while and in the box of beers, you know that I talk a lot about the compliances and everything. But I had this chat with D this morning from Right Hook Digital. You might know him. He's an awesome guy, and we were talking about that. My goal is to try to help you get your head around the Messenger terms of services, but also how you use Messenger, but also to change your point of view of how to use Messenger in your marketing mix. And I've said it before, it's not a sales tool. It's a conversational tool that when used right, you will generate sales or maybe even more sales, who knows? So the whole subscription messaging thing is be genuine and just let Facebook know how you're going to use the bot, and don't try to think about ways to game the system. That said, just choose one of your types: news, productivity, or personal tracking. So this is for the actual bot father page, and I choose productivity. Productivity helps people manage their personal productivity with tasks that include but aren't limited to managing calendars, events, receiving reminders, and paying bills, whatever. So I gave them some initial details. Whatever you do, just give them some info and just tell them what you're up to. We're an agency and want to use Messenger to keep our clients up to date about projects we are working on. We want to keep our clients up to date about projects we are working on for them from time to time. I can see we will also typo send invoice reminders in the future. Clients will be asked to opt into Messenger list as part of the onboarding process, and you can steal this idea if you want to. Just have them check a box or click here to get them in Messenger, and you can communicate through Messenger, and you can send them updates if you hit any milestones in your projects. We also will do frequent webinars and want to send a reminder. We also publish video content on Facebook, blogs, etc., and want to send a notification to subscribers when new content is published. Just a side note for this, we understand that subscription messages cannot contain promotional content. Cool, that's it. And this has not been sent, guys. I need to send this. An example. This is an example message. A new blog post is published. Click here to check the website for details. See what I did there? I just actually copied this, what they put in their own example. The second example, a new model of our course XYZ you are following is released. Tap here to check it out. Cool. Welcome aboard, name of client. Whenever we hit a new milestone for your project, we will notify you via Messenger. When you have any questions, just send us a message by tapping on the button below. Just an example. Just put this out of thin air. The webinar you signed up for is starting in 1 hour. Tap the button below to tune in. That's it. That's just it. This took me about 5 minutes to create. I need to confirm this page won't use subscription messaging to send advertisements or promotional messages, and it will follow the Messenger policies. Hell yeah. So guys, here goes. Save draft. And then should be good. There we go. And now it says here, I can edit it, I can remove it, but it says here it's ready to submit. Guys, you know, Facebook doesn't make it easy. And then submit for review. Done. That's it. It's working in the back end. There we go. We received your review process may take up to 5 business days. Last time it got approved within 12 hours. So that's pretty cool. And I just got a message here. You might see it in the bottom corner of my screen, submit a request for the bot fodder. So I submitted the request for the bot fodder. That's it. And I'll keep you posted from here. Now I'm going to take this one down. Again, cheers guys, happy Friday. I'm going to pull this up again. I'm going to get back into the any questions, guys, so far? Anything you want to know? Anything you want to share? I'm just pulling up the, there we go. That's the one I was looking for. There we go. So we just did it live. We actually did it. We submitted our page for to be eligible for subscription messaging. Now, the second pillar of this all are that you need to know that there are different message types. We discussed one, that was the subscription messaging. And besides subscription messaging, there is standard messaging and sponsored messaging. And do you see that the broadcasting is not in here? It has been confirmed, but I don't want to drop this as a clear fact, but there are multiple sources that already confirmed that broadcasting will be deprecated by the end of the year. So the broadcast feature in ManyChat will be gone by the end of the year. Don't shoot me or whatever if it's not going to happen exactly on the end of the year, but there are multiple reliable sources out there, including ManyChat, and that confirms that that actually will happen. That said, subscription messaging will replace the broadcast feature. That said, standard messaging is the messaging you will do when somebody subscribes to your list. Somebody clicks an ad, they come into your bot, and you can start a conversation with them. You will, and you should start a conversation with them. That is standard messaging. And you have up to 24 hours to respond to a message from somebody who sends a message to you. Whether it's through an ad, whether it's through a link, whether it's through a button on your Facebook page, doesn't really matter. All those messages are tagged as standard messages. Now, those standard messages are all sent within the 24-hour window. And then you have one option, that's the +1, that you can, which you can use, which is still standard message, which you can use to re-engage the user after 24 hours. Now, subscription messaging comes in, and that's what we just discussed. Subscription messaging can be sent, subscription messages, I need to say, can be sent 24/7. As long as they are not sending any promotional content. That's it. And they should follow the rules Facebook set for it, and they should follow the types of messages you requested access for. Now, interesting point. A subscription message cannot, I repeat, cannot contain any promotional content. But, and this is an interesting one, and this is where it gets cool again, if somebody subscribes, if a user, a subscriber, subscribes, not subscribes, replies to one of your subscription messages, guess what? Guess what? If a user replies to your subscription message, they become eligible for standard messaging. And standard messaging opens up the 24-hour window. And within the 24-hour window, you can send commercial messages, promotional messages. Boom. How about that? So subscription messaging can become standard messaging, which opens up the window, the 24-hour window, to send whatever messages you want. That's it. I will dive into that a little bit later on, not in this webinar, but maybe another one. We're going to do a fireside chat about that. Now, then there's the other one. There's the other one, the third type, and that's sponsored messaging. And guess what? Sponsored messaging are ads. Sponsored messaging, though, is something different than Messenger as an objective. Sorry, Messenger as a placement. So Messenger as a placement can be used to drop your ads in the Messenger timeline, just like in the Facebook timeline, Instagram, or right-hand sidebar, or whatever. But sponsored messages can only be sent to people who have a live conversation with you in Messenger. So a sponsored message is an actual message, not an ad, but it's a sponsored message that is pushed to the user, and he will get notified that they received a sponsored message from you. The tricky thing with sponsored messages is that you need to run it on a lifetime budget, and you need to set a manual bid which cannot be lower than the suggested bid Facebook gives you at that point. And it could take 3 to 5 days before all the messages are sent or the ad actually kicks in. Again, just something to be aware of. If you have any questions about the different message types, just drop me a comment in this thread or in the group, and then we'll dive in from there. Most important thing to know that there are three message types: standard, subscription, and sponsored. Subscription we discussed. You need to get your page. Your page approved. Standard messaging is what you do all day, any day, as long as it's in a 24-hour window. And if you want to send messages to your subscribers outside the 24-hour window, you're going to use sponsored messages. Pillar number 3. Let me take a sip of my lovely little beer. Pillar number 3: conversation entry points. What are conversation entry points? Conversation entry points are, let me tell you what's not a conversation entry point. I hear this so often, and Jason Portnoy and I and had this conversation as well, that the big boys, I'm not going to call out anybody here, but in whatever, they teach you, they tell you that just when you can send a message to your list, and if they reply, then that will open the 24-hour window or reset the 24-hour window. So I'm going to send a message to Jason. Hey, Jason, do you like cookies? And Jason answers with yes or no or fuck off. Then that would reset the 24-hour window. That is fake news, people. That's not true. Don't believe it. The 24-hour rule window is only reset when a user is re-engaged through one of the eligible entry points. That's the only way it works. Now, what are those conversation entry points? The conversation entry points, there are 5. The first one is the person sends a message to the business. Well, that's easy. Somebody sends me a message because they got a question, or they hit the call to action button on the Facebook page and because they want to reach out to me, or I had a conversation with them 6 months ago, yesterday, I don't care, and they come back, hey Rucker, I had a question about the template for Black Friday coming up, whatever. That is a person sending a message to a business. And think about this, the initiative for resetting the 24-hour window is always with the user, except for the ad. Well, even with the ads, because somebody needs to click the ad before they come in. So the initiative is always with the user. That's how you can remind yourself of how this works. It's not you sending a message to them, which they then reply to reset the window. No, it's them, the users, your prospects, whoever, taking an action to reach out to you, whether it's sending a message to a business or starting a conversation through a call to action button in your bot or on your page, or they click the send to messenger button, maybe in an ad, or on a landing page, or on your Facebook page, or wherever. It could also be the ref URL. The ref URL which you can use in email, or you can use it in a blog post, or you can connect it to a call to action button on your Facebook, on your website. Those are all entry points that reset the 24-hour window and give you the option to start sending standard messages to your subscriber. Standard messages can contain commercial messages. Number 4 is person starts a conversation via a messenger ad. I just see a typo there. There are 2 A's instead of 1. So a person starts a conversation through a messenger ad. Easy. You run an ad to your targeted audience, whether it's a cold audience or a warm audience. They click the ad, they get into your flow, they interact with your flow, you start a conversation with them, whether it's automated or personal, and you can send them standard messages. Last one, if the user comes into you, so you can, if this is more an advanced thing, but you can match existing clients through the API and start sending them messages based on that. We'll dive into this, how this works with �奧a little bit later on, but do know that these are the only messenger conversation entry points that actually reset the 24-hour window. Guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Just drop a comment and I'll be there. Now, last but not least, and you heard me talk about this more often, the 24-hour window, the 24-hour rule, the 24-hour plus 1 rule, whatever you want to call it. It's there, and I love it. What is it? It's super simple, and I made it my goal to teach you how this works so you get your head around it, so you'll be an amazing messenger marketer that doesn't get his page shut down or his clients' pages get shut down and start, whatever, crying on all kinds of pages that your page got shut down. Long story short, the 24-hour window is there to prevent the messenger platform from being ruined, like what happened with email. And the rule is pretty simple. Somebody subscribes to you through one of the eligible entry points we just discussed. You have 24 hours to reply to that message. If you get in a conversation immediately with this person, you keep the conversation going, the window will be opened. At some point, the conversation stalls. I mean, that makes sense. At some point, the conversation stalls, whether the questions are answered or you need to check something, the client needs to check something, whatever. Now, then the 24 hours pass. And then there's the 25th hour. At the 25th hour, the window is closed, but you still have one option, which is still a standard message option to re-engage the user, or at least get back to the user, who you had a conversation with, to follow up on the conversation, or maybe come back because you have the answer to the thing you want to double check. Now, use this +1 smart, people. Use it wise, because let's say you want to do a broadcast to your list, and because you want to re-engage your full list and get them subscribed to your webinar. You can send people that +1 anytime in time, but use it wise. Ask a question. Make sure they engage. Make sure they need to engage, because the engagement will actually reset the 24-hour window. Instead of sending them a random message that is not really well thought through, doesn't request an action, whatever, that's just a waste of your +1. If you are genuine and you create valuable content, ask binary questions in your flows, people will get in a conversation with you and you can reset the 24-hour window. If the user doesn't reply to that +1 message, you need to re-engage them through the eligible entry points we just discussed. Simple, isn't it? This is what it is, and that's all. This is what I want to discuss with you guys. This is what I had on my mind. And if you don't have any questions and you do want the cheat sheets, again, comment TOS, which stands for Terms of Services, in the post on our page, and the bot will send you the files. And if the damn common growth tool doesn't work, which happens, you can go to the bit.ly link right there, and then it will also work. You will get the cheat sheets. So guys, any questions? How can I help? Dion, I'm in the process of setting up a business page and not sure when it will go live. What will happen? I'm trying to, don't see your comment here. Russell, can you provide the template you sent to Facebook? Yeah, I can, and I will keep you guys posted on how it actually, if it went through. But as far as yet, I don't know. I'm just gonna come in here. So guys, Dion, let me just, yeah, Russell, no problem, man. What I can do, I can send you the template which I use for 𝗿𝗂 Ventures, which is approved, but let's wait till the bot founder gets approved or not, and we'll see what happens. Dion, does selection of a button in a bot sequence count as a conversation? Good question. I had this chat with Karen a couple days ago. So there are buttons and quick replies. The button, which you can connect directly to a card or an image, it's not recorded as a user input. It's a navigational action instead of an actual user input. So I would always use the quick reply for the conversational part, if that makes any sense. Use the quick reply for the conversational parts and use the buttons for navigational. Click here to get the button, click here to get the download, or click here to do whatever. And you can combine them, but do make sure that you use those quick replies for an actual conversation. Again, I hope this makes sense. Just let me know, Dion, if that answer made sense and if there's something you can work with. Another question, Dion. I'm in the process of setting up a business page and I'm not sure when it will go live. What happens if the application is not submitted before the 31st of December? Good question, don't know. What you could do is put it live, put your page live, submit for subscription messaging, and then I'm raising my cup for tea. Cheers, Russell. And then hide it for the general public. I think you can hide your Facebook page, so you can still have it go through the whole process. When it's gone through the process, I just hide it. Again, Dion, just let me know if that makes sense. And I see some guys that actually commented terms of service. Did the common growth tool work? I'm going to share this with you. Where are you? Okay, guys, here it is. In case you missed it, I don't know if it worked, but it should work. So, guys, is it commenting? Looks like my internet's a little bit sketchy here. Guys, if you don't have any questions, and if I answered all your questions, yeah, Aaron, I will. So, Aaron, what you need to do is you need to go to. I'll send you a separate link. I'll send you a message in a bit. Okay, Russell, perfect, thanks. That actually works. Dion, oh, good, let me know. Aaron, I'll get back to you on that. Aaron asked how to request access to subscription messaging. You need to go to your page. Let me see if I can show you this. Okay, one sec, Aaron, it's coming. I hope so. Guys, I wish you an amazing Friday. Maybe if you're in the future like you, it's almost Saturday. I'm wrapping it up here. And again, guys, cheers. Here's to your success. Pots and beers. And if you have any questions, let me know. You know where to find me. Let me know if if you get the cards, if they work, if they're valuable. All of your feedback is highly appreciated. That's all, guys. Thank you so much, and have a good one.